Right now, almost all of us have got a lot to lose. Suddenly we got the truth and people don't know what to do. It's not the flu, look around the world yourself, watch the news, there's tens of thousands dying now and I don't want that to be you. A lot of us are trying to do our best to fight the virus. People here are dying and we're starting to get frightened. Governments around the world have given proper guidance, but for weeks all we seem to get here is silence. Our government's response has been absolute insanity, reckless at best and mass murder in reality. Every other government has got a proper plan, but if we just wash our hands, then we can fix it magically. I mean, am I meant to just sigh like, oh, but that's just Boris. I'm stuck at home in bed now, but that's just Boris. Can't pay my rent now, but that's just Boris. My granddad's dead now, but that's just Boris. They never do what's best for us, only what they feel to. They're only going to heal you when their friends can bill you. I know it's hard to hear, but soon you're going to see the truth that the virus makes you ill, but it's the government that kills you. I mean, the official plan they've had to fight the virus has literally been to give everyone the virus. Their idea was clear. Give it to the nation. Let the disease run through the population. Don't do a single thing to stop its circulation. Take it on the chin and accept the situation. They called it herd immunity and scientists destroyed it. So now they say they changed the plan and that we must avoid it. Yeah, it took them almost 2 months to decide that we should avoid the virus. So now you can tell your friends and relatives we need to slow the spread of it, to buy ourselves time to study how to get ahead of it. But that's just one of many things that we need to do, and it's useless unless we do mass testing too. I mean, if we don't do tests, then we don't know where it's active. So we can't treat people because we don't know who has it. So people think they're healthy, but actually they have it and the virus keeps on spreading and we all increase the damage. So why is nobody being tested? I'm really asking, honestly. It's like stopping testing on the nation is our policy. We need to be protected here before we're all infected here. The deaths are going up and that's because they're not acting properly. And you know what they said? You do know what they said. The infection rates could reach up to 80%. But actually just half of that with 2% mortality would mean over 500,000 people dead. Put that number on the side of a bus. And that's just the people who would die directly. Then you got to think about people more generally. If anyone needs a hospital, they won't be empty, and if you need a care bed, there won't be plenty. We've already got a massive lack of NHS workers. We're short of more than 50,000 doctors and nurses. The NHS was on its last legs as it was because the government has cut and underfunded it on purpose. Because they want to make you think that it makes sense to privatise. Because they want to justify their greedy little prying eyes. Kind of like how the Tories plan to give Branson a handsome few billion just to keep him flying high. Because his climate change business, I mean his aeroplane business, was hit by the virus. And Branson and his friends don't want to have to sell their islands, so they asked the Tories for billions in support, which of course the British government will offer to His Highness. Because that's what they are, innit? The rich. The ones we're taught to worship from the second we start breathing. The ones who we spend our entire lives feeding. The ones who watch us work until we're ready to collapse before they stab us in the back and steal our money while we're bleeding. Let me ask you a question. Are you more afraid of the virus or not being able to pay your rent? Are you more scared of catching it or getting into debt? I'd say that it's the second one if I had to guess, and that's exactly why there's still people working facing death. I mean, none of us exactly want the virus to spread, but we need to pay the bills and we've got a lot of debt. It's like we have to go to work because we have to pay the rent, and if we lose our home, then you know that we're as good as dead. So you see, normal working people can't act safely and properly. We can't self-isolate because we can't afford it. That's why the government need a proper policy to make sure all affected people are supported. We need full wage sick pay for anyone infected, full wage sick pay if symptoms are suspected, protection for the self-employed and those who lost their jobs with a universal income for everyone affected. We need to double disability and sickness benefits and speed up the process for every state claimant, stop BSA reassessments and sanctions, ban all evictions and suspend rent payments. I mean, the banks have suspended mortgage payments for landlords, and nobody should have 2 homes till everyone has 1. So if Boris doesn't guarantee our safety, be damn sure we will go on rent strike and general strike until our rights are won. Until then, don't panic. Just start preparing. And let's keep connected. Stay calm and caring. And don't be scared to ask for help, because none of it is charity. Every act will come from love and common solidarity. Because the government aren't saving us. They do what they feel to. They're only going to heal you when their friends can bill you. I know it's hard to hear, but soon you'll see the real truth. That the virus makes you ill, but it's the government who kills you.